Hi, good people. So welcome to Nani Live. It's a great pleasure to be here and host this. So I hope you're doing great and welcome. It's a Thursday. It's 15 minutes live with Nani. So before I get started into the topic of the day, it's our second episode, by the way. We are in the month of February where our focus is on our superpowers. By superpowers, it's all about our strengths, right? So welcome to our live session, and I have good news. For you all. We have just launched a podcast, Nani podcast, which is available on Anchor as well as Spotify. We are hoping that as more listeners come on board, we will also get to be on other platforms as well. So stay tuned, and we just want to have more access to our content in terms of listeners. You might not be live on Instagram, maybe you don't have an Instagram, maybe you don't have enough internet, to go for a video and things like that. So you can listen to us wherever you are using your phone, and it's just an audio. So that is wonderful. That is going to be simplifying things and make our content more accessible and have these conversations going. So welcome once again. I hope you're doing great and that you're going through February in I would say in a pleasant way, and if not, I hope you get to find strength and perseverance, and that all things work out for you. Today I had this word in my heart that all things work together for your good. And sometimes you might be going through life and maybe you have that desired goal, but sometimes some things might not work out the way you desire it to be. But you know what? There's a reason for everything, and what we can be doing is to be grateful and just believing that all things will work out at the end. So keep going, keep being you, and keep doing great. And I hope that you can achieve all that you desire to achieve on this month of February, and of course in the year 2023. A lot is going on in the world right now, and we just have to pray and just do our best, to, I would say, to make our presence count. I would say that, to make our presence count, to make our time count, to be valuable to ourselves and to other people around us, because really a lot is happening, and you can be a better part of making good experiences exist in this world. So ask yourself, what better thing can you do? What value can you add? Or what better way can you live your life? So let's add more to the positive, right, to the goodness, and less to the other side. So welcome again, and I want to just delve into our topic for the day, because I think I have a lot in store for us, and we only have 15 minutes, which is now 9 minutes left. So let's get started, right? I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, just give me a signal, and I will, because sometimes I kind of I was on my earphones, and I hope I disconnected that very well and that I'm audible. Well, okay, let's keep going. So we are talking about how this is the month of focusing on our strengths. I call them superpowers, because I believe our capabilities, the things we're good at, should be our superpowers, and they are our superpowers. It depends on how you look at it, how you're maximizing on them, right? So the episode for today is all about how can you make the most of your strength, right? How can you utilize it? And the word is utilizing. So I want, before we get to the gist of it, I want us to just process the word utilizing. What does utilize mean, right? I just looked it up on Google, the dictionary online, and utilize, let me just get it quickly again from my laptop here. So this is the state of being useful, profitable, or beneficial, right? So we want you to maximize your strength, to use your strength in a way that is useful, that is profitable and beneficial, okay? So think about your capability. And from the word, that is the word utility. So from utility is where we get the word utilizing. So utilizing means make practical or effective use of something. Okay, how you can make effective use of something. So we have various interesting words. How you can be profitable, how you can be beneficial by the making effective use of your strength. Just think about that. Think about your talents. Think about your capabilities. Think about your skills, the things that you do easily, the things that you're good at, right? How are you, benefiting from those things? How are you profiting from those things? How are you using those things, right? So when you talk about utility, it's like I have a bottle of water here that is about 1 liter. Okay, this is like 1 liter of water, bottled water. So when you want to talk about utilizing, you want you to utilize your strength fully. That means if this bottle its capacity is to contain at least 1 liter of water. That is when it's full. It's at its full level, right? It can contain 1 liter of water. But if, let's say, you see now the water is like 200 milliliters, right? So that means there's a whole gap of 800 that is empty, right? So this bottle has the capacity to contain 1 liter of water, but it only has 200 milliliters, okay? So that means it's underutilized, right? It's not used to its full ability, its full capability that it can contain 1 liter. I hope we are clear on that, right? So I wasn't doing the full empty, full whatever, half full, half empty. No, this is the utility kind of thing. So think about your strength. Think about your ability, right? Are you using it to the maximum? That means if you have 100% ability, are you using it to the fullest? And I want us to go through that, okay? So how do you know whether you are making the most of your strength? Okay, I want you to first think about all your skills, the skills that you have. Maybe you studied them, you trained them, maybe it's from your previous work experience, all that. Think about the talents that you have, okay? The things you can do easily, the inborn abilities. Maybe some of them they were part of your childhood, but you stopped activating those talents. Think about your qualities, your attributes, okay? So this could be you're passionate about doing these things, you do them easily. People commend you for that. People compliment you for those things, right? And then I want you to assess for each, okay? Do you overutilize that strength, or is it appropriately, like fully utilized, or appropriately utilized? Or are you underutilizing it, okay? So best ways to think about utilization is thinking about how you're using those talents, those skills, those strengths. So this could be in your current job. If you're working somewhere, are you utilizing your strengths to the fullest? If you're having a business, okay, are you utilizing your strengths to the fullest? So let's say your strength is around maybe creativity, okay? Maybe you're a painter and you have a business for painting, okay? So are you using that painting ability to the fullest? Maybe you are creative. Maybe you work with your hands, right? So think about where you're working right now, your job or your business. Are you using it to the fullest? Think about your education, where you went for your school, your education, your training, or you're investing your money. Are you studying the things that you're good at? Are you studying the things that are part of your strength? So if you're in university right now pursuing your course, is it your strength? Is it your capability? Is it your talent? Are you grooming that? Okay, think about your time. How much time do you spend on your talent? How much time do you spend on your strength? Okay, think about money. How do you spend your money? Do you spend money to groom your strength, to entertain, to utilize it, to capitalize on it? Right? So let's say if you're a musician, if your talent is in music, that is your strength. That means you probably spend most money on musical instruments, right? Think about your investments. So the investments can be time, can be money, so that could be repeated. Think about the opportunities that you're looking for, right? think about the opportunities that you're looking for. Like, what kind of opportunities interest you, or what kind of opportunities are you pursuing? So opportunities could be maybe funding, maybe business opportunities, maybe scholarships, maybe job opportunities, maybe networks. Think about all those opportunities that you're looking for. Are they in line with your strength? Are they giving you a platform to practice, to grow in your talent or in your strength or your capability? That's a very good question to ask yourself. This will help you now to assess whether you are utilizing properly, whether you are underutilizing your strength or you are overutilizing your strength. All right? So the next thing that I want you now to measure is, how do you know if you're overutilizing your talent? Most people are not really there yet, but some are there, right? Some who have discovered their strengths earlier, or who have spent most time in the area of their strengths. Or maybe you could be having 5 strengths, right? You could be having 5 strengths. Let's say one of your strengths is empathy. Maybe your other strength is the ability to network with people. Maybe your other ability is photography, things like that. So let me just say 3. So if you are spending most of your time on photography and maybe less networking, that means you could find yourself burnt out. You know, you're into your photography, you love it, you're passionate, it's your strength, you're grooming it, you're going into all the courses, you're training yourself to be a better photographer. But guess what? You feel burnt out, right? You feel depleted. You feel like, probably you are overutilizing it. Maybe it's time to kind of balance, to kind of look at what other things, right? So the other way also it could be to check whether you are using your talents appropriately, like you have fully utilized or you're appropriately utilized, okay? So how do you know that? I would think that, the measure would be, how are you known for that? Okay, so the best measure to know that you are appropriately utilizing your strength is what are you known for? Like, are you known for that strength? If you ask people, who are the top 3 photographers or top 10, top 20, your name should come up. Or in your community or in your village or in your society. If they're asking about writers, you should be one of them. That means you're already in the industry. That means you're already capitalizing on your strength. Okay, so you're appropriately utilizing your strength. Okay, so those are the 2 groups. One is overutilizing. They need to go through some reality check and pause for a minute. And the other group are those who are appropriately. You are using it right. You are using it fully, appropriately, okay? People know you for it, okay? And you're giving your all. That is now something else. People can know you for something, but maybe you're just giving it your 20%, your content, you're okay with that success. So we want you to know that you are in a position where you are appropriately utilizing your strength when you're giving your all. You're 100% right where you are, okay? That is the best measure as well. So what are you known for? Are you known for that strength? Second thing is, are you giving it your all, right? Sounds good. All right. So now the last group, the last part is whether you are underutilizing. How do you know if you're underutilizing your strength? Well, nobody knows about it, okay? Nobody knows about what you can do. Nobody knows about your superpowers. If nobody knows about your superpowers, about your capabilities, about your talents, that means you're probably underutilizing your talent, okay? And I'm not talking about fame. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be a celebrity for you to say that, I'm utilizing my strength. No. When we say that nobody knows you, that means you are not showing up when you're needed, okay? When your strength is required to be helping other people, to be solving problems, to be showcased, you are not there. You're not showing up, okay? So if you're a good plumber, if people are having issues with their, faucets, whatever, their leakages and things like that, you're not there to help them. So there's always a gap that you can fix. That means you are underutilizing your strength, okay? So think about it. But also, if you know for sure you have not invested time, you have not really given your best on that strength, then you are underutilizing it in terms of your time, in terms of your money, in terms of your education, in terms of your you're not profiting from it, if you're not profiting from your strength, it does not benefit yourself or other people, that means you're underutilizing your strength. And that is the person that I want to talk to today, because I want us to get to a point where your bottle that is supposed to have 1 liter of water, it has 200 milliliters. We want it to get to a full potential. We want it to be fully utilized, right? So how do you go there? Let me see our time. We are out of time. We're out of time. So I don't know if we can capture a lot, but let's see. Okay? So how do you get to a point where you are underutilizing your strength and now you want to boost it? You want to get the best of it. You want to profit from your strength, okay? So one is, first assess the level of utilization. How bad are you? How poor are you? Like in terms of your utilization, okay? It's like going to the 1 liter bottle and looking at where is the water level? How am I utilizing my strength right now? Is it half a bottle? Is it like 500 milliliters, 300, 800, 700, and I need to get to 1,000 milliliters? That's a good place to start, okay? The next part is, that helps you to know the gap, right? To know the gap, like what you could be versus where you are at right now. What's your potential? What is your chance to grow or to increase, right? And then the other part is to identify opportunities and platforms that can help you bring your strength to action, okay? So if you have this beautiful singing voice that you're born with, but you don't really practice, you don't sing, you are not profiting from it, you're not benefiting other people with your talent, identify platforms, identify opportunities that can help you sing, that can help you voice your beautiful voice, right? So it could be maybe in church where you join a choir. It could be in YouTube channel where you can sing, discover songs and things like that. Not in the bathroom. In the bathroom, well, it's good practice, but nobody really gets to hear you. Practice for yourself. But I'm talking about a platform where you can showcase, where you can put your talent to action and get people to know you for it, by you benefiting them and you profiting from it while you're using it to the maximum, okay? Then the other thing that the third thing is, I want you to find out what are the rewards, okay? Rewards or motivation that you can get from utilizing your talent, your strength, right? So think about it. What are the rewards? So let's say you're good at baking, what could reward you if you go and do more of baking? Maybe you get paid, you get to sell your cakes, you start a business. Those are good rewards. They motivate you to do that, right? So it doesn't have to be monetary rewards. It could be the drive, the passion, things like that, I don't know, but just think about it. If you're an athlete, the more you run, the more you do what? There are rewards. Maybe you gain publicity, maybe you gain followers, maybe you gain influence, maybe you can, So think about your strength. What are the rewards that you could get? What are the motivative things, incentives that would encourage you to invest more, to utilize more, okay? Then the other thing is, figure out what it will take for you to start utilizing your strength, okay? In other words, how are you going to match all these things and get started, okay? So you know that you have a beautiful voice, but you're not using it. By not using it, you need to know what level, so you assess. So you're like, I have a beautiful singing voice. I only sing in a choir. I need to do more, right? I sing in my school choir. I need to do more. That level is different from someone who is already having a platform. Maybe that person wants to go international. Maybe that person wants to start earning. So knowing your level and where you want to go is very important. Next thing is to know the opportunities and platforms that you can match to help you put your strength to utilization, like full utilization, right? And then know your rewards and get started, all right? Last thing before we go, you have to know, this is what I've put, find out what is the vitamin C to your strength. Vitamin C. Why am I saying this? People with anemic or iron deficiency challenges, they require to take diets that are rich in iron, okay? But there's a condition there. For that iron to be absorbed, iron helps you to have more blood and things like that. So for that iron in the diet to be absorbed in the body, in the blood, it has to be done with the vitamin C. So you have to take vitamin C so that that vitamin C can allow that iron to be absorbed by the body and the blood. Does that make sense? So if you lack vitamin C in your body, that iron does not, you have good food with a lots of iron, but that iron will be useless, will not be absorbed into your body if you do not have vitamin C. What is the relationship with this? You can have strength, right? You have talents, you have capabilities, you are ready, right? You have platforms, you have opportunities that you have identified, you have identified some rewards that you're going to get from that, process of utilizing. But what is your vitamin C? Vitamin C is what will help you to really boost your strength, to really utilize it, okay? So what could be that thing that without that, your strength might not be utilized? Your strength might not be maximized, okay? So is it that you need a right place, the right environment? So most writers, most artists, they need an environment that can allow them to, like a quiet place for you to write. Maybe you need a studio where you can, without a studio, without equipment, you might not really put your talent into use, or your strength, your capabilities, your skills into use. So think about, what is it that you need? What is your vitamin C that you need? Okay, could be the right people. Maybe it's the right network. Nobody knows you. You need a hand, someone to hold your hand and take you to positions, to places, to people who can really get into contact and consume your strength, right? Maybe you need a job where you can go and showcase your strength. You've gone into an education of something you're passionate about, you graduate and there's no job, right? So there you are. You are passionate, you have this capability, you went to school for that, but no place to showcase. You need the vitamin C. What is that? Maybe it's an industry. You need someone to help you get a job. Maybe you need to get a job, right? So without that, it's like you got no place to go. And your strength is just that. It's never gonna get anything, right? So I hope this is useful, right? I wish I could just go through it quickly, but we don't have time and I've exceeded my time. But I hope this gets you to action, that by the end of this conversation, you will have processed about whether you're overutilizing, you're appropriately using your strengths, your talents, and whether there are strengths and capabilities that you're not utilizing very well, that you could benefit from, you could profit from, right? So this exercise, this process helps you to identify them, get excited about them, but get to action to make sure that you kind of have them, right? And if there are mistakes you have made in the past, do not worry about it, You find that you have been working in a job that you are not even utilizing your strengths. You find that you've been studying courses and programs that are not even, making you utilize your strengths. That can be discouraging, sad. Don't hang on there, okay? Move on. And we're here for you to just make sure that you become the best version of you, right? In terms of your desires, your purpose in life, and all that you want to achieve in life. So don't get discouraged. Don't get disappointed. Well, you're allowed to feel that for a while, let it sink, and then get over it, okay? Gather some courage and get over it, all right? You have a chance. You have a whole future ahead of you to make a difference and start being happy in your area of strength, okay? Start exploring the beautiful parts of you, the things you love to do, the things you can easily do, the things that you have the potential for them, but you have not been bothering yourself to do anything, or rather anything much about them. And there are people you could be helping. There are people that could be benefiting from that strength of yours, right? So start there, identifying those people who could benefit from just consuming what you have. And then how would you profit from that, right? It doesn't have to be money, remember. There is so much sweet, unexplainable satisfaction from doing what you believe it's your strength. Okay? You just want to have that. And then, of course, money has to come later, right? But it's so rewarding to know that you are in the right place doing the right thing at the right time to the right people, right? So, hope this helps somebody out there. Let's meet next time. And it was a pleasure. This will stay for you. Please, please, please go to our podcast, Anchor at Nani, and get to listen to this or share. That would be great. Otherwise, have a great one. Bye-bye. Thank you.